Yes.
What is the allegation which is known in many Arab countries that the Jamaat, our Jamaat, does not believe in the institution of Hajj? What is Hazrat's answer to this?
First of all, this allegation is evidently wrong. If we did not believe in Hajj, why are they forcibly stopping us from performing Hajj? Those who do not believe, why should they go to Hajj against their belief? It's so stupid, this allegation. I'm amazed that any sensible man can accept it as an allegation, accept it as a ground for investigation. No investigation is needed. They know it. All of the non-Ahmadi Arabs and non-Arabs who know of Ahmadiyya, they know also the fact that government of Pakistan has illegalized the departure of Ahmadis going to Hajj for this purpose. Why have they done it? If they do not believe in it, they should have been left alone. They will never go there. And the government of Saudi Arabia is cooperating with them and trying to stop Ahmadis from Hajj whenever it is formally detected. This conspiracy between the government of Pakistan and Saudi Arabia is enough proof that this is a blatant lie. Ahmadis do believe in Hajj and do perform Hajj. The other point which has to be brought to light is that many Ahmadis from all over the world still go to Hajj and perform Hajj. Yesterday I received a letter from Ghana informing me that so many Ahmadi ladies and men are making a contingent to go to Hajj. The same is the case with Nigeria, with other African countries, and also from the free world, America, Europe, etc. All countries almost always participate. The same is the news from Indonesia and other Muslim countries. Why do not the Saudians stop them from going to Hajj? In fact, on the contrary, they help them, providing them visa without their signing any form which could prevent them from going to Hajj. It happened here in England, elsewhere also, where the ambassadors are sensible people. They understand that it's a stupid law, so they help Ahmadis by telling them that we'll be responsible, just don't sign anything. We'll give you visa. And that is how every year at least 1,000 or some more than that Ahmadis perform Hajj, and no restriction is applicable to them. Similarly, there are a large number of Ahmadis in Saudi Arabia itself, employed by foreign companies, employed by Saudian government itself, employed by their royal hospitals, and they are highly skilled professionals whose services are direly needed by the government of Saudi Arabia. On the upper level of princes and royalty, these people are not mullahs in their attitude at all. This is a complete misunderstanding about the royalty of Saudi Arabia by the Muslims all over the world. And they enjoy this misunderstanding because they are presented as highly religious people, while their private life is as far away from Islam as possibly it could be. Even farthest away from Christians and non-believers and Jews, etc. So they are secular. I'm not happy with their being away from Islam, but I am so happy that they are away from the wrong Islam, the corrupt Islam. But secularism is closer to the Islam of Rasulullah's time, in the sense that secularism has a greater regard for justice than the distorted image of religious people permits them. You see, their image of Islam is distorted, so their image of justice is also perverted. So what they follow in the name of Islam is not Islamic practice. As far as the moving away from ordinary moral Islamic practices is concerned, I do not advocate the cause of the royalty in Saudi Arabia. I don't like their misbehavior in Islamic moral values. But as far as their sense of justice is concerned, when they are neutral, I applaud that and I praise it, because it is born not out of their Islam, but out of their secularism. High up there, they don't care for Islamic values at all, so they have become secular. So much so that they have been very strongly criticized by Americans themselves for disregarding the dictates of decency. In America, in Los Angeles, the very house of corruption, they have objected against some princes that they have built a large palace which is decorated by nude figures, by statues which are so filthy that even the people of Hollywood feel shy of them. They do whatever. They practice Islam in showing whatever pass by. But this prince of Saudi Arabia, I should name him, in those days in the papers of America mentioned him very clearly. He was not shy at all of what he was doing, because he didn't know that Islam prevents these things. That was his religious education. He only knew money, and he had heard of some Islamic values from some distance, and he wanted to display them during a press conference. After this palace was completed, he invited the press and gave them a great party, lavish party. Now the pressmen were amazed at what he was doing, because he had invited all his neighbors, even distant neighbors in that area, who had not known him at all. So while the party was going on, they noticed that he was drinking wine. So one reporter, they were of course respectful of a very great financial magnate that he was. In America they always respect great financial magnates. He said respectfully, "Sir, could I inquire from you, why are you drinking wine while it is haram in Islam?" He said, drinking wine is not as big a crime as not being kind to your neighbors. Can't you see, I'm so kind to my neighbors. I've invited them from far and wide. That is, you are gathered here. And this indicates that I have deep regard for Islamic values, which is good neighborliness. I'm inviting your neighbors to this filthy place while they are shy of coming here. But still, it's Islamic generosity which I am displaying. So, all this practice of Saudi princes indicates that they have no idea of what Islam is. Not in the least. But the image portrayed across to the world by the mullahs and by those countries who do them lip service and even bow to their will as if they were gods, they are propagating that the house of Saudi is a very religious house. And whenever Pakistani representatives go to pay their homage to the princes of Saudi Arabia, they are treated in these lavish houses, they are even offered drinks and things. They do not care a fig for whatever they do. And yet, in the matter of opposing Ahmadiyya as a matter of policy, which would bear them well when it is projected outside to the common Muslim masses. They commit themselves to whatever is proposed by Pakistan. That is an official policy to cooperate with Pakistan so that they can use Pakistan for their own ulterior motives against Iran. So all that people observe as religious behavior is not religious. It is a political requirement for these people. And it's just politics which is going on there. And this politics is guided it's guided by Americans. They follow Americans 100%. They dare not oppose them. So, what they do is, they project the American mind through Pakistan into politics to create a barrier against Iran and to create a barrier against the influence of not only Iran but also Iraq. That serves American purpose. It does not serve any Saudi purpose directly. And because Pakistan is made instrumental, so Pakistan requires money. To give us $1 billion, that much higher, this much. So they sell their honor to Saudi Arabia and permit Saudi fanatics, Saudi-minded fanatics, to run great, I shouldn't say great, but very wide training courses in arms. All the big Sapai Sahaba and other places where they train them are called so-called religious schools, but they have nothing to do with religion. They are given harsh training in use of weapons and use of modern sophisticated weapons which are brought from America. So they do it and create a huge problem of peace and order in Pakistan, and that is why every day you see mass murders and eruptions and bombshells and this and that. It is because of these training houses. Now Pakistan has to acquire a sort of neutral policy by informing Iran that this is free, they run houses, you also run houses. So Shia houses are also run by Iranian money to train soldiers in modern weaponry. And both of these provide those hooligans which destroy the peace of Pakistan. They rob, they loot, they are given a completely free hand. And no government, whether it is Benazir government or Nawaz Sharif government, dare touch them. All this is the Saudian policy which is displayed to the rest of the world. To the Muslim Sunni world, they say, look here, it is Saudians who are championing the cause of Sunnism. To the Shia world, they say, look here, we are permitting Iran to champion the cause of the Shiaism in Islam, in Pakistan. All their interest is money. I don't want to divulge more on the issue of what they do and what's happening to Pakistan. I return to the basic question of why do they not permit Ahmadis to perform Hajj? To perform Hajj for Ahmadis is immaterial to them. They do it only on the behest of Pakistan, so that their image of being great champions of so-called Khatm, etc. is enhanced in the world, and Pakistan can boast that, look here, this is the close relationship between Ahmadis and between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. And also they tell the foreign governments, not American, but European mainly, European foreign governments, that don't press us too hard. We are compelled for our own survival to cooperate with Saudi Arabia. It is Saudi Arabian dictate that we are following. Where the fact is opposite. Saudi Arabians are following their dictate as a price of the policy which they enforce upon Pakistan. So I have discussed in greater detail whatever is happening, and I think it will cover maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes tomorrow for you. Huh? And in the meantime, I take permission of you because I have to attend to other business. Right?
Yes, sir.
And what will you do? You will start translating it?
Yes.
That's good. Very good. Do it. And permit me to leave now. Thank you.